Hello students, welcome once again to your English class. Students, in our last class, we came to know about an American baker named William Russell Frisbee who set up a Frisbee baking company and was selling pies in tins. We also came to know how the college students used to uh, purchase the pies in the tins and how they used these pie tins in tossing and catching game. We also came to know how the name Frisbee was linked with this game. Further, we also came to know about the two businessmen who manufactured a better kind of plastic saucer like discs similar to the pie tins. Today, we will try to know some other things about the story of Ultimate Frisbee. Look at the fifth paragraph. We will read from here today. So, the two businessmen who started manufacturing a new plastic saucer like disc similar to the pie tins, and these plastic discs uh, became more popular due to better quality than the pie tins, and because they could fly these plastic discs farther and more accurately. And these discs were initially named Virlo Way. Later, they were sold as flying saucers and Pluto platters to cash in on the growing interest in UFOs in those days. This exciting recreation swept the American market immediately. Look at the words flying saucers, Pluto platters, and UFOs. Children, UFOs means unidentified flying objects that are seen in air. These objects cannot be identified, therefore, they are called as UFOs or unidentified flying objects. Many of these unidentified flying objects are identified by the investigated and identified by the astronomical scientists, but some of the objects are still unidentified and which cannot be investigated properly till today. So those unidentified flying objects are called UFOs. And later, these unidentified objects were given a flying saucers name. They were called as flying saucers and Pluto platters. And the young people had much interest in those unidentified flying objects in those days. That means during 1940s and 50s, the unidentified objects became more became things of objects of interest for the young people, young children. And looking at this growing interest in the UFOs, the business persons, they thought, why not the plastic discs, flying discs could be uh, given names like flying saucers and Pluto platters, so that these can be sold in large number in the market. And to their idea and thought, the same thing happened. Everywhere in every market of America, the flying discs became very much popular and were sold in a large number and were in high demand. Therefore, the writer has said that this exciting recreation swept the American market immediately. Then, in the 1950s, Morrison sold the design to Wham-O, a toy company which manufactured many popular toys. Wham-O sold the discs under the brand name Frisbee, drawing upon the name that was still being used by college students at that time. Sales soared once again as people found the recreational sport was not only fun but also a good way to keep fit. Now, what happened that in the 1950s, the businessman Morrison, Walter Morrison, he sold the design, the plus flying disc design, to a toy manufacturing company named Wham-O. And this toy manufacturing company uh, gave a new name to the design, to the flying disc design, and that name is Frisbee. So this manufacturing company, the manufacturer thought that he should change the name a little. He should change the spelling in the name Frisbee. So accordingly, he changed the spelling from Frisbie to the new spelling Frisbee. So with this new spelling in the name, the plastic discs, flying discs, started to be manufactured, and as the name was still used by the college students at that time. So, with this thought, with this idea, the manufacturer thought that the Frisbee name should be kept for the flying discs so that they could be sold in the market in large number. And accordingly, sales soared means increased. Once again, as the people found this recreational sport to be very fun and also good for health, the demand for frisbees kept growing by leaps and bounds. Children, leaps and bounds. You look at this phrase. Leaps and bounds means fast or rapidly. So the demand for frisbees kept growing rapidly and very fast, and many new games were developed around these discs. Now you can see that there are more than 15 frisbee games are there for the young children and for the kids, and there are also many games related to this disc game uh, which are played by the adult people. In 1967, high school students in New Jersey invented ultimate frisbee, a recognized sport that is a combination of football and basketball. So there was a school in New Jersey in America, and the name of the school was Columbia High School. So in 1967, the high school students of this school uh, they invented the ultimate frisbee name or the game, which is a combination of football and basketball. Ultimate, as the sport is still popularly known, is played and even competed on an international level. Children, you will be very surprised that around 90 countries, in 90 countries, this flying disc game is played. And in countries like America and France, this game is very popular, and the flying disc games or frisbee games are played at local level, at district level, at state level, at national level, and also uh, this game is played internationally. And in our country also, there are around 1000 flying disc players, and there are also around 17 teams across India, flying disc where flying disc game is played. The writer has told that ultimate, as the sport is still popularly known, is played and even competed on an international level. This means that ultimate frisbee is the sport which is still popular and it is well known across the world, and more than 90 countries play this game. Also, many frisbee competitions are also held on an international level. And this sport is also played at Olympics, and there is an organization which looks after the ultimate frisbee events, and the name of this organization, sport organization, is World Flying Disc Federation. It organizes the ultimate frisbee competitions and matches in different places. Now, regarding the ultimate frisbee game, the writer has said that it is played between two teams of 7 players on a large rectangular pitch. A line drawn across the pitch at either end creates two end zones like in football. This means that ultimate frisbee is played like somewhat like football match. A goal is scored when a team completes a pass to a player standing or more likely running in the end zone that they are attacking. So here the writer has said, like in football, how the players play football game. Similarly, in ultimate frisbee game also, the players play like that, and a goal is scored only when a team completes a pass to a player standing or more likely running in the end zone that they are attacking. The writer has said, no doubt, players of the sport require a great degree of speed, stamina, and agility, but as one player puts it, with 5 minutes of training, anyone can play ultimate. This means that a player require a great degree of speed, stamina. Stamina means strength and energy, and the player also requires agility, which means the ability to move quickly and easily. So only with these qualities a player can play ultimate frisbee very well. And one more thing, the writer has said that anyone can take training of this game or this sport very easily. Within 5 minutes one can get training and can play ultimate frisbee very easily. So this is all about this lesson ultimate frisbee. Children, there are some exercise questions of this lesson, and we will do this exercise question answers, and also the grammatical exercise works questions are also there. We will discuss these things, and you have to write in your notebook. So now look at page 24. You look at section A where phrases are given. Children, you must have known about phrases in your earlier classes, in class 4, in class 5. Still, then, we will uh, read phrases again. I'll tell you about its meaning. Children, uh, phrases are groups of words uh, without a verb and without a subject. That means a phrase is a group of words without a subject and a verb. You cannot find a subject and a verb in phrases. You can look at the example of fun and frolic. It is a phrase, and you see there is no subject and also no verb in this group of words. Similarly, in the phrase leaps and bounds, it is a group of words without a subject and verb. So, children, there are some phrases in which the two words which have similar meaning or closely connected to each other, uh, and these two words are joined by conjunction and or. So, in the examples, you can see fun and frolic. These two words are similar in meaning, and these two words are in the phrase fun and frolic. Similarly, another phrase in which the two words you see the phrase leaps and bounds. The words leaps and bounds are they are closely connected to each other, and they are also joined by a conjunction and. So, such type of phrases are the questions are given below. You see, you have to fill up the blanks by choosing the appropriate words from the box given above it. Now, children, you look at another section, that is section B, where it has been said about homophones. Children, homophones are the words that sound the same, but they have different spellings and meanings. For example, look at the words lesson and lesson. These two words are similar in sound. When we pronounce, same sound comes out, and we also see their spellings are different. That means in the word lesson, it is LESSEN, but in the word lesson, it is LESSON. So you can see clearly that there is a difference in spelling and also in meaning. So such type of words which have same sound but have different spelling and meaning are called homophones. Similarly, the words sail and sail, principal and principle. Each of the words are different from each other regarding their meaning and regarding their spelling, but they are same with regard to their sound. Below is a question, fill in the blanks type question, where it is asked to use the above homophones to bring out their meanings. So you look at the first bit. The new days has made a real difference in our school with his new ideas. So here the word principal, PRINCIPAL, this word is to be written. which fits here properly with the sentence. Similarly, you look at the second bit question. It is given Mahatma Gandhi stood firm on his days of non-violence. Here, the word principle, principle, this word fits properly, and it will be Mahatma Gandhi stood firm on his principle of non-violence. So, children,
Now, children,
you do the
look at
other
page 25
bits of
the
yourself,
grammar guide
taking
section.
the help of the
It has
homophones
been
given above this question.
said about interrogative adjectives.
Children, you must have known the meaning of adjectives.
Uh, the words like what, which, whose are called interrogative adjectives because they are used with nouns, and they are used to ask questions, therefore they are called interrogative adjectives. So you look at the examples and try to understand the word what. In the first sentence it is given what discs were better to play with. So here in this sentence the word what is an adjective, and it is called interrogative adjective because it this adjective asks questions, and it is used with the word discs. So you can clearly see that as per the meaning given here, interrogative adjective, this interrogative adjective is used with the noun to ask question. Similarly, you look at the other sentence, uh, which games do the students love playing? So in this sentence you look at the word which is an interrogative adjective which is used with the noun games to ask questions. Which games do the students love playing? So below it is a question, fill in the blanks type question. So the question is asking to fill in the blanks with correct interrogative adjectives. So the questions are given below, 5 questions are given. You fill these blanks with the interrogative adjectives like what, which, whose. Now children, look at page 26. In this section there is a question where adjectives of number has been given, and adjectives of number is one of the kinds of adjectives. You can see the highlighted words, and the examples are also given for each of these type of adjectives of number. So you see there are 4 types of adjectives of number. They are cardinals or definite numeral adjectives, ordinals, indefinite numeral adjectives, and distributive numeral adjectives. So the cardinal or definite numeral adjectives are those like 1, 10, 30. These are the examples of cardinal adjectives. And ordinals means the number which shows rank, order, or position in which a noun appears. This type of ordinals or adjectives are called ordinals. For example, first, 10th, 13. These are the ordinal adjectives of number. And another kind of adjectives of number is that indefinite numeral adjectives. These adjectives do not show the exact number of a noun. that means you cannot exactly tell how many nouns are there. For example, the words like some, many, certain, these words are indefinite numeral adjectives. These are the words which are indefinite in number. You cannot say exactly how many number of persons or things, and this type of adjective words are called indefinite numeral adjectives. Similarly, words like each, neither, every are called distributive numeral adjectives because they refer to each noun with a group separately. Children, you may find difficult uh, to children you might be feeling a little bit difficult um, in understanding these adjectives of number, but still then I will advise you that you read these examples again and again, and definitely I am sure you will understand these things. Still then, if you don't understand, we will discuss uh, again when our school reopens. And you see, here a question is given, tick the correct adjectives, so you can do these things very easily after understanding these types of adjectives of number. It would be better if you understand the meaning of these adjectives given in the bracket. It will help you to understand them easily, and you can easily select which of the adjectives optionals are correct. So, children, uh, you have to do the exercise works in your notebook. So, you will be given the answers of the questions in written form. You note them down in your notebook and keep them ready. So, see you again next time. Thank you.